Hi, my name is Steffi Nagy, and I chose to evaluate The Family Under the Bridge by Natalie Savage Carlson. It's a wonderful story about a family who becomes homeless and goes through some hard times and tries to find some shelter and some help underneath the bridge. They begin to live underneath the bridge with a hobo from Paris named Armand, and it's all about perseverance. It's about hope, despair. It's about a lot of wonderful things. It's a really wonderful book, and I definitely recommend reading that to your kids if you decide to be in elementary education. It could actually be for higher education too. It's a wonderful story. The criteria we're evaluating is setting. Does the context of the story describe a fantasy world that is detailed and believable? Yes, it does. It definitely goes into a very realistic world, actually. It brings you to the present time in Paris. It tells you very vividly through imagery, the smell, the sights, the sounds, everything that's going on. It definitely brings you into that world in a real way, so you can hear and see. It's like you're in the story yourself. So I think that Miss Carlson did a very good job of doing that with the story. Next, are the events in the story imaginative while also being logical to the world where the story takes place? Yes. It is something that could definitely happen to any kind of family. Bad things happen to good people all the time. So I think that's very important to recognize, is that it's not something that is just so off the grid that it couldn't happen. It definitely could. And the events in the story, like when during the story the family is living underneath the bridge, the mother's at work, and Armand, the hobo, is there watching the kids underneath the bridge. He takes them to the town. He does certain trades with them, try to get them to make money, which isn't really welcomed by the mother. But there was one day when social workers pass by, and they say that they're going to come back and that someone's going to tell the government on them and they're going to get taken away. So that's a very realistic aspect to the story. And it very well could take place. It very well could happen, because there's plenty of times when you see people struggling on the side of the road or panhandling, and there's a lot of people that don't offer help, and their help is not necessarily what the homeless people need. So it's very logical. It's very, very well put in this. Next question. Do the characters behave logically and consistently throughout the story? Yes. Armand specifically, he is kind of torn, because he doesn't really like children. He's not a big child person. He just, he likes to be on his own. He's been homeless. He's been taking care of himself, so he didn't really want the responsibility to take care of 3 children underneath the bridge and support a family like that. But he did turn out to be a family man, and he wanted the best for them. And in doing so, he consistently was challenging himself, challenging with what the lifestyle he knew and what he wanted. And at the end of the story, it winds up being a very happy ending, and the children do go to live with Armand, and he gets a job and supports them, and the mother and them all live happily together. So it's very logical and consistent. The children, of course, they have hope. They try very hard to keep the little hope that they have. So, the style. Is the structure of the story understandable, allowing the reader to create solid and vivid images? Yes. This story does wonderful with imagery. It talks about the streets of Paris on the cold nights right before Christmas, between the span of Christmas to New Year's, when they go and they venture off with the gypsies, have times with them. It's very vivid, and it tells you very descriptively what is going on, what it looks like, what it smells like. Sometimes not so wonderful, but it is a very good story that definitely captures the reader and shows those images. Can the themes of the story be connected to the life and experiences of the reader? Very well could be. There's a lot of people that do have struggles, and even if it's not as significant and as big as homelessness, people can relate to the story and understand that through perseverance and with a lot of hope and a lot of willpower, you can get to wherever you need to get to, and it is a great story to teach young children that they can make things happen. Even though it's hard times right now, you can get through it and you can become greater than you've ever imagined. And that's why I chose the book. The book is a wonderful book. I really like the book, and whenever my children get older, I will be reading it to them. And I'll bring it into the classroom as well because I'm going into elementary education. So I hope that you all did get a chance to read this book, and if you didn't, you definitely should. Thank you so much. Have a great day.